Little Big Art is based on pop art, pop culture, but inspired by Lego. So it's taking famous pieces of art by famous artists, for example Andy Warhol, and recreating them with Lego pieces, but to the scale of a human, not a minifigure. Pop art, human-sized Lego sculptures, I suppose, is the long way to describe what's upstairs. I think it's probably something that most people wouldn't have seen before, and it's probably difficult to describe to most people. Bricks at Home, I'm an interior designer by trade, so this is my combination of the interior design side of things and my love of Lego. Most of these products were acquired to go into my design projects, so I put them in a design for a building, just a small little Lego item, and most of the time people wouldn't notice it, but then people began to realise that there's always a piece of Lego in all of these works, so they started to look for it. These works then made it into my house because I liked them, and I figured if I liked them, surely other people would like them as well. Rue is based on myself, and I love to travel basically, so I got the little minifigure made. Every place I go I put in front of a famous landmark and do some forced perspective photography, so the landmark's always in the background, normally out of focus, but enough so that you can tell where it is. And yeah, it's an excuse to travel basically. Yeah, my favourite, he's been to Japan, he's been to America, New York, got some good ones, Dubai, Barcelona, Ibiza. Yeah, he's done a fair bit of travelling. I used to work in finance, used to have a lot of travel. I used to work quite a lot in Poland and India. And when the recession came around, all non-essential travel stopped. Finance was suddenly not a great place to be working. And I'd always been creative. I'd always enjoyed a creative outlook. Normally I'd been traveling around to go and visit art galleries around the world. But I figured if I'm going to make a career change, if I'm going to leave finance, then I'd follow a passion this time. It's been a steep learning curve, of course, starting from scratch, from zero. And it's a bit of a difference trying to build your own company as opposed to having a good salaried job in finance. If it's your passion, if it's what you want to do, then there should be no reason why not to. I did it during a recession, the worst possible time to leave a good job and to go and try and change your life. But yeah, if it's something that you enjoy, you shouldn't mind taking a step back, because in the future you'll take more steps forward.